Hi, everybody. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM. Tonight on Veterans Day, we're honoring the brave men and women who have served our country. With me now is a Navy photographer and videographer, Brenda Garcia. Brenda, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So how did you become a videographer with the Navy?
With the Navy. I just graduated college. I grew up in La Puente, California, which is a small town outside Los Angeles. Yeah. And the career was going nowhere. My acting career was going nowhere. I wanted a career in film production.
Oh, you were a struggling actress?
I was a struggling actress. I wanted to work in Hollywood, and nothing was happening. Top Gun was huge. I thought, let me join the Navy, get some work experience, and then come back.
So it is not too much to say that the movies changed your life.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. I joined as a photographer. I got stationed in D.C., and I actually worked doing film production, video production, doing Navy training films at the Naval Media Center.
So you were making training films for the Navy in D.C.?
In D.C., yes.
Oh, wow. And where did that lead?
There was an office there for White House Television, and I inquired about joining. I wanted to be part of that crew. They travel with the president all over the world for the National Archives and the presidential libraries, document the activities, public and private.
So traveling with the president, if I'm not mistaken, that means traveling on Air Force One.
Air Force One, yes,
under
many times.
Whose administration?
President Bush Sr. and part of President Clinton.
Wow, that must have been thrilling.
How do you top that? I mean, every day going to the White House, every day going to the Oval Office, seeing the president, seeing history as it happens, it just never got old. We
were speaking a little bit yesterday, and you said you were impressed with both presidents, but they were very different, right?
Very different.
Yeah, how so?
Very different. President Bush, it's generational. I think they have different management styles. President Bush, it was very structured as far as, a regular work day. He was very punctual.
He was very punctual.
He was very punctual.
President Clinton was not very.
Not at all. I say he's going to be late to his own funeral.
Are you active duty now, reservist?
I'm an inactive reserve right now. I got promoted to Lieutenant Commander for Public Affairs, but I'm on an inactive status.
So what have you done since leaving the Navy?
I moved back to Los Angeles. I worked in production. I worked at CBS, Fairfax, and Television City for soap opera there, for Young and the Restless for several years.
What'd you do?
In production. I used to be a stage manager there, and most of it was in the production office. But I missed acting. So I thought, I'm going to stop doing everything and just focus on the acting career, and that's what I've been doing.
So you're an actor now?
Mm-hmm. I love it.
How's it working out?
It's one of those things where do what your heart tells you to do, because I'm really happy at this point in my life right now. Yes.
What kind of, do you do theater? Do you do commercials? Do you do, I got it, you're an actor in Los Angeles, you do whatever.
You do everything. I do love musicals. Yeah. But I'm right now a medical actor.
Tell everybody what a medical actor is.
There's a Seinfeld episode for that. It's a lot of the schools, their medical students hire actors to play patients. And it's part of their curriculum.
I love that job. I love that job.
It's a fun job. It's good people.
Yeah, I'm sure. And of course, you're training doctors who are going to actually save lives. It's very valuable. You mentioned that you like musicals. You picked a musical, Man of La Mancha, from 1972 with Peter O'Toole, Sophia Loren, James Coco, directed by Arthur Hiller. Has this been a film you've loved for a long time?
For years. I love the story. I love the music. It's inspiring. It makes my heart sing.
What's your favorite number in it?
The Impossible Dream, of course.
It's a good answer.
The Impossible Dream. It's to dream the impossible dream and to have that quest to get there.
And the movie, I think, has it twice, right? It has it fairly early, and then it has it right at the end too, where she sings it. Yeah, so it's worth certainly sticking around for that. All right, well, Brenda, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the movie. We'll be back afterwards. Okay. Here's the film starring Peter O'Toole, Sophia Loren, and James Coco, 1972's Man of La Mancha. Back with me to discuss Man of La Mancha is a Navy veteran who has been on Air Force One more times than she can count, Brenda Garcia. Take a guess, how many times as an official Navy photographer and videographer under George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton, how many times do you think you were on Air Force One?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, more than 100?
More than 100.
More than 200?
More than,
like maybe around 200.
yeah, because I'm thinking I covered at least 3,000 events.
Right. Oh, so I mean,
Yeah, so
hundreds of times.
100, yeah, at least 100. I would think, yeah.
And it was always, you said, like walking up and seeing Air Force One and the United States of America on the plane in this giant seven. It was always thrilling.
It was.
Like it never lost its magic?
It never got old. It never lost its magic. I mean, flying Air Force One, it's a first class plane, obviously, but it's the walk to the plane. It's that majestic, ginormous plane, and you have the presidential seal at the head of it, at the nose, and then it says United States of America, and then the American flag on the back, and I remember standing up straighter and being more proud to be an American, and it just symbolized our strength as a nation. And everywhere she flew, America was flying.
So again, the message of Man of La Mancha
Yes.
really resonated
Yes.
with you, that to see the world as it ought to be and
As
not
it should
necessarily
be.
how it is. And you love, and it ends with the song. It ends with The Impossible Dream, which was also in the movie too. Any other movies that are classic stars or movies that have resonated with you over the years, since you're an actress and a big movie fan?
Oh, I love musicals primarily, but I love Gene Kelly.
Yeah.
His style, his dancing makes me happy. It's just, I want to be I'm not in love right now, but I want to be in love. Life is wonderful. I want to get up and sing and dance when I see him.
Well, somebody like you ought to be in love. Brenda, thank you very much. It's so nice to talk to you, and thanks for your service.
Thank you.
Up next, this week's TCM Import. It's a 1955 Spanish drama, fittingly after Man of La Mancha, about a couple having an affair who hit a bicyclist with their car and are forced to make some difficult choices.